So I am making a makeup tutorial. Ignore all this, it's a rash. But I'm making a makeup tutorial because a lot of people that I talk to in real life and online have asked me, how do you do your makeup? How do you do your makeup? It looks so good, blah, blah, blah. Well, finally decided to make a video. So yeah. First things first, you need a beauty blender or a makeup sponge for your wet products like foundation, concealer, all that kind of stuff. So what I found, and mine's dirty, we don't talk about that, but what I found is it's easy, it works better if you wet your sponge first. So that's what I'm gonna do. And you wanna squeeze it out as you go because you want to get out the dirty old water, so it's just easier to do it that way. You want to squeeze out all that water, and look, it grew twice its size. So what I do first is I normally just kind of go over my face like this with my sponge. My freaking hair is in the way. So I just go over my face like this with my wet sponge, kind of get my face like prepped, I guess you could say. I put my hair up because it was in my way. So after you wet your sponge and you just kind of go over your face, well, it's time for foundation. So I normally, right now I'm using Maybelline Fit. It's matte and poreless. And the number, or like the skin tone, is 20Y105. I don't know, it doesn't have any words, it just has a number. You can kind of see it right here. Yeah. So you want to shake your foundation to kind of get it all moved around. It's probably been sitting there a while. You know, I don't do my makeup every day. I wouldn't have done it today if I didn't want to make this video, So now I'm going to just apply it. I just kind of do this a little bit and get some out. This is what I got out. You don't want a lot to start with because foundation spreads pretty easily depending on what brand you have. So now I'm just going to apply it to my red spots first. And yes, I go over my eye. Kind of get up here. Sorry, I'm looking at the mirror. You kind of just get up here and go over this a couple times. And I am tapping and pulling just a little bit to kind of get it like spread out to where I want it. I put more, so I just kind of tap it and get it like kind of spread out before I actually go in and apply it over my nose. Yes, I go over my eyebrow, on my sides, because the side of my face gets really red. See, like, you can already tell the difference from the beginning of this video to now, like how much it covers the red parts of my face. Like, literally, I haven't put foundation on this side yet, and this is already what it looks like with foundation on this side. So foundation has been applied. What the red doesn't cover, or what the foundation doesn't cover the red, my concealer will. So, or my highlighter, I don't even know what it is. I know so little about makeup, but I just throw it on my face and put it together. I also don't use like primer. One, I don't have any, and two, it works fine without it. Just wash your face after you're like done with your makeup for the day, like you go to bed or whatever. Yeah. So I have like two different ones that I alternate. This one is Langmani concealer. So I just, yeah, it's a little crusty, whatever. The other one I have is light concealer from La Mela. I don't know. So, but this is the other one I use sometimes. This one matches better with my skin tone, but this one I feel like has better coverage. So just kind of go with whatever I'm feeling. I think I'm gonna go with this one. It even has like a little pump, so it's easy to apply. So I usually put concealer like under my eyes to cover the red. I put it here and I put it here. And yeah, I'm gonna apply it now. So what I didn't realize was that this was almost out, so I'm gonna go the ghetto way and just apply it with the actual like tip. So I applied it and I blended it already, but I just feel like this concealer makes my eyes like pop, if you would. Like it just like outlines my eye shape really well. So I'm just kind of setting it in, I guess. So because I don't have a lot of it, I can't really apply it how I want to, but this is like the result of doing all that. But next I'm going to move into powder, and I use Maybelline Fit for the powder. It's good. It's a good brand, not gonna lie. It's pretty good. So normally people use brushes, but I use a sponge. I don't know why, it just works better for me. But you know, you do whatever you want. No judgment here. It's just, this just works for me. So what I do is I just go under my eye, over my eye, just kind of dab it around, I guess you could say. I just kind of brush it with the sponge and then apply it. Anyone ever talk about the faces you make when you put makeup on? Like come on. I know everyone has a makeup face. So now I'm moving on to eyeshadow. Normally this is what I use. It's called You Can Be Exotic Flavors, and you can get it from Amazon. I've not really seen it in stores, but I also don't go out much. So, but you can get this on Amazon. It's really good. I mean, this isn't a promo, but you know, the colors are very vibrant and they're very pigmented. Like I could only use just a little dip and I get my whole eye covered. Like the colors are amazing. Okay, so basically this is my palette that I'm using. I have other ones. I can show you those. The lid is currently broken, but it's really old. It's called Starlit. These are the colors. It's a very neutral palette, but what I love about this palette is the sparkle colors. As you can see, I've used the crap out of these. But the other palette that I have is called Don't Lose Your Fire. It opens like a book. These are all the colors. These ones aren't super pigmented. They look like they would be, but they're not. So you have to apply them multiple times to get the color you want. So I feel like I'm gonna be using, well, I really like this blue. It's very like shimmery. So I'm probably gonna use that with this shimmery blue and probably this. So a lot of people use makeup brushes. I use this makeup brush. I just apply it directly because I feel like you get more product on your eye that way. Brushes usually take a lot of the product away, and we're not about to waste product. Okay. So I'm going in with that matte blue first. I just swirled it around and I got this much product. You can't even see my finger through it. We love that. So basically I'm just going to apply it like so over my whole eye to get a base color. It looks better in real life, trust me. It doesn't look as dark and dingy. So yeah, and I usually do that a couple times. So both eyes have been blued. I did kind of clean my fingers off. And if you don't do. But if you do decide to use your finger, be mindful that you do get a lot of product on your finger. So just be mindful of that. So now I'm going in with the dark shimmery, and I'm going to go like around the outer edge to kind of give it a smoky effect. So basically I just start at my corner and just kind of tap, kind of like I'm using a brush, but I blend it with the blue that's already there. And I just go on my outer edge here, like so. So I go out to right about where my eyebrow ends. Accidentally went a little further, but normally I go like right where my eyebrow ends. We love dry skin, but this is after the shimmery blue has been applied, and if I had better lighting, you'd be able to see it better. So like I said, better lighting looks totally different than that dingy lighting. But you can see how I just kind of just go in and I just apply like so. And it just kind of fades out as it gets on the inside. But yeah. So now that that's applied, I didn't clean off my finger this time, but whatever. It's my eyes, not yours. So now I'm going to go in with this lovely, bright, shiny, light blue. And I just like to take that and just apply it to my inner corner like this. And just kind of blend it out towards the dark and go over the middle just a little. Get some more, just kind of lightly. You don't have to press super hard with this palette, I mean, but just kind of, sorry, don't know why that happened, but you just kind of go over it like this. Now I'm gonna do the other eye. This is the result of doing that on both eyes with better lighting, of course. See, it's like a gradient, and that base color blue just helps like solidify it, just tie it all together. You can do this technique with like any 3 colors, even 4 if you felt like it. But I just find using colors of the same family, just different shades, work the best. That's just my discovery. Also, things that I've noticed that people have said to me is like, oh, I can never do bold colors. They look so bad on me. It doesn't match my skin. I thought that too. So that's why I started out with that neutral palette that I showed. But over time, I just got more comfortable using bolder colors because it really stands out. And if you're someone who feels like you enjoy getting compliments about stuff like that, bold colors are the way to go, especially if you know how to make it work. Like, I find that blue looks best on me. Well, green looks good too, but blue looks the best with my eyes and my skin. So I like using blue. But that doesn't stop me from using orange or pink or red or purple or whatever. You know, you just gotta find something that actually like makes it work. Anyone can do bold colors. You just gotta test it out on yourself and at home and see what you like. So anyways, now I move on to eyeliner, but I do have like 4 eyeliners and I use liquid liner. The pencil just never works for me. I do have 4 different ones that I alternate in between. This is a pencil, but it's mainly for just like lining my brows, honestly, or if I really feel like it, sometimes I'll just do a quick under eye, but I won't be doing that this time. So bye. But these are my other, and 2 of them are double-sided, which one side has a stamp and the other, sorry, I lied. One of them is double-sided. This little fine point is what I normally use because it's easier to control. And then the other side is a moon stamp. I'll show you this little crescent moon. I might use that, but I don't know. So this is like the big question, like asking me to make a tutorial is mainly about my eyeliner. The other stuff I just figured I'd add just in case. So yeah, I usually start out with, it's so hard to do this at this angle, but I usually start out with like, I start out on my bottom and I kind of just form the line that I want to make from the bottom. It's easier for me to start that way. Yeah. So I'm just gonna hold my phone for this because having it set where I had it was not doing it for me. So yeah, I basically just have it like so. And I kind of just get it started like that, and then I just move across my lid and line it up with my line. I don't know how people do this. This is so hard. Okay, so I just did it off camera because I did the rest of it off camera because I got the main point that I wanted to make done. But basically, I don't do like an inner corner line because of just how my eyes are. I've tried, it never looks right. But yeah, it's not gonna be perfect. Nothing's perfect, but from a distance, you can't really tell. But yeah, I don't do an under eye either because my eyes water a lot, so I don't want it to be ruined because it always ends up being like a water stain down my lid, which is not fun. This is just a better look at it, I guess. Like, I see that, and I'm not dumb. I'm not gonna say I did a perfect job because I didn't, but that's okay. And sometimes you just gotta admit, it doesn't look great, but it could look worse. So I did get my line started on this side off camera because it is impossible to see exactly what I'm doing on a phone camera because it's slightly delayed, so it's not really accurate. So basically I'm gonna try to do this in the mirror and on my phone at the same time. So this is the result of that. And it doesn't look exactly the same, so I'm gonna alter this one to make it look similar. So I did end up making my wings just a little bigger to kind of get it to look better. And that happens, like sometimes I will try to do a small one and it ends up being huge because I can never get them equal. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has that problem. So this is about as good as it's gonna get, honestly. Sometimes I have really good eyeliner days and sometimes I have really bad eyeliner days, but I say this is a good day. Yeah. So next I do mascara. This one is called the Falsies Lash Lift. Can't read. The Falsies Lash Lift Hydrofuge by Maybelline. Can't go wrong with Maybelline. It's clearly a common product. This one is, this eye mascara is good. It looks clunky, but when it comes out on your eyes, it's really not, and it actually makes a difference. Because with normal mascara or other mascara that I've used in the past, it never really, it just looked like I just dyed my eyelashes. It never really looked like more length. It just looked like a different color. So I'm going to apply this on, I'm going to apply this on this eye and then show you the difference. So this is the eye without any mascara, and then this is the eye with mascara. You can see my eyelashes are definitely voluptuous now. Before I open my eye, you can see it comes out, and on this eye you can barely see it at all. And yeah, I do my bottom as well. That's that. And I feel like mascara really pulls the whole look together, like, cause you can just tell a big difference, like from this and this. This definitely looks better. See, they come up here. Like, this definitely looks better than this. I don't know why. It just does. Makeup girlies will understand. It just does. And these are both lashes done. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for eye makeup. Like, I don't really do a whole lot. It looks more complicated than it actually is. So last but not least, I use this as like a highlighter. It's really pretty, it's shimmery, and it's old. If you can't tell, she old. I like using a fan brush, like I said, if I said it, can't remember if I said it, but you press on all three and then you just apply like so. Yeah, go on the other cheek. Running out of time. So this is the final look. You can see I kind of applied it to my nose, but it just gives you this whole shimmery effect. So yeah, that's my makeup tutorial. It's janky, but it's also my first one, so cut me some slack.